Hello and welcome to another Kale-fueled mayhem episode of We Only Look Thin. I am one of your hosts, Donald Weigel, and I have lost about 100 pounds. I've kept it off for about 7 years, and with me, as always, is...
Catherine Weigel, Tiny Habits Certified Coach, Thrive Global Certified Coach. I have lost over 100 pounds and kept it off for over 7 years. And kale is a tricky vegetable. Is it a vegetable? I guess it's a vegetable.
Yeah, totally a vegetable.
Yeah, I have a complicated relationship with kale.
I
don't know. I feel very grateful that society advanced far enough where I didn't have to figure out how to make things taste good. like the whole wheat process and rice and you've got to take kale, which is basically inedible, and you got to massage it for an hour and put vinegar on it to make it even palatable. I don't know that I have the patience in the world to actually be the person who figures out if things are good for you or can taste good.
I suppose if you're hungry enough and all you have is kale, maybe you would take the time to massage it for an hour to see if that makes it better.
Do you want to massage things for an hour to see if they're do you just...
I don't know who figured that out.
Do you just, with the whole wheat thing, okay, let's just go back there. You're all right, I'm going to take this grass and I'm going to hit it on rocks for an hour. And then these other little pods are going to be there.
Right.
And then I'm going to smash two stones together to pulp it down. Oh, wait. Nope. Still doesn't taste good. Okay. What if we added water to it?
Yeah.
And then some salt and stuff. And then we baked it. That's too much. I can understand why raw vegans are fine because you're just it's a carrot. All right. This is fine. It's good. I'll do that.
I don't understand how they figured out what to do with wheat.
No.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But I'm very grateful, again, that I'm not the Adam or the Eve.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever.
Thank goodness someone had figured it out.
Holy smokes.
For
or
sure.
City planning. Can we just give a high five and clap to people who figured out water waste systems and stuff? Because
no
I wouldn't have lasted through the plague, I don't think.
No, we'd still be dumping our dirty water out our windows if it was up to me.
Ooh, I did actually, because we're on the second floor, I used our water spray kitchen sink thing once, how you have the spray thing that you attachment. There was something on the windowsill, and I used the sprayer from the kitchen sink to wipe it off, and then I heard our downstairs neighbor close his window because I think I accidentally sprayed it. Oopsie doops. So that's why things fall down. Yay, gravity. I'm glad I didn't figure out gravity that day. But.
Well, and that's why you don't live on the ground floor.
Yeah. Ha. Jack, I don't know. Anyway, no, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Anyway, so speaking of kale not sparking joy, there are times where things do spark joy in life. I actually had a delicious kale salad once where I was holy moly, I didn't even know I liked kale. And then I tried to make it at home and it did not go well.
I don't avoid kale, but I don't ever buy it. If I'm out at a restaurant and there's kale in something, fine. But I don't buy it and bring it home.
But sometimes it sparks joy, and sometimes it does not spark joy.
Yeah, I don't know that it's ever sparked joy for me.
It doesn't. Well, it has for me.
I mean, it's fine.
But speaking of things that spark joy, there was a book that talked about sparking joy.
Oh, yeah, I remember something about that.
It was kind of a craze, like
me trying to act surprised, I didn't know we were talking about this.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was before I started losing weight this last time on my journey venture. So it was probably 2014 or so. A book came out called.
Was it that recent?
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was a lot longer ago than that.
It just seems longer because of how long we've been married.
So that's
maybe it came out before then. You can Google it up while I'm talking. But a book came out in the aughts or the millennium. I don't know what time is.
It's
teens. Fine. The teens. Called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by a woman named Marie Kondo. And I actually bought this book and I was like, this is going to change my life. Don't you want to read something called It's Going to Change Your Life?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Anything.
This book will change your life.
It's a miracle. It's magical. You tidy up. It's amazing. And the reason we're talking about this, because a lot of times things don't really go as you had hoped they would go, is I try to take elements of plans I've done in the past, books, podcasts. So there are parts of it that make a lot of sense. Just because I don't do Weight Watchers anymore doesn't mean that I don't pump up the volume. Haha, Donald didn't know I was gonna... Now I'm just trying to trip him up.
She got it in before I could even try.
Haha. So there are elements of Weight Watchers that I still use. There are elements of Atkins that I still use. And there are elements of the book, The Magic of Tidying Up, that I still use. Donald, did you, while I was extemporizing, did you find out when the book was published?
Yes, October of 2014.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Wow, so I was like right on there. Yeah. I was on the cutting edge.
No, you knew. If I had to guess, I would have said early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know it was that recent for some reason.
Okay. So the book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, is a method of organizing and decluttering by Marie Kondo. And basically you go through each category of item in your life. And her overall message is address each item and ask yourself if it sparks joy. And that's the way you sort of declutter. The book goes on to be like, you have to like get rid of every label in your home and put everything in glass jars and treat your home like this perfect like sanctuary. And, you know, even in the shower, I don't know if you know this, but it was like, make your shower a paradise by putting everything in glass bottles and like perfect, like you're at a spa.
Oh, wow.
And then wipe each item down after the shower and put it away.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not doing that.
but I think when you
I'm out.
When you get to an I'm out of something, you stop absorbing what is valuable.
Yeah.
It's just you throw it all away. But like I was just saying, I like to take the parts that do make sense and use them in my life. So even though I did the like magical decluttering, and you're supposed to like literally pick up everything you own and ask yourself, does this spark joy? And that's a lot for a moody person like me.
Yeah.
To even know if something is sparking
I hate
joy.
this stapler.
No, but I definitely got rid of some things that on that day didn't spark joy. And then a week later, I was like, why did I get rid of that? Like,
yeah, our valuable Rembrandt that you threw away.
No, but like, I think one of the flaws, and Gretchen Rubin pointed this out, is that practical things in your home don't have to spark joy. Like a vacuum cleaner does not need to spark joy. A vegetable peeler does not need to spark joy. So
I will say that our cheese slicer does spark joy.
No, there are items that are like,
though.
Life is better now that I have this. So again, we can take the principle of sparking joy and recognize that not every single thing needs to spark joy, but we are going to use that magical tidying up thing as sort of a launching pad for this episode. As we are getting into, as we're recording this, it's May, maybe it's getting into June if you're listening to it. We are approaching the season of summer. I don't know why nobody says that.
The season of
It's not the summer of Sam or anything. But wherever you are in the world, the season is changing. And so we are going to use the Marie Kondo method of sparking joy to reassess our health journey ventures for this season. So we are going to ask you to sort of address and sort of declutter and re-energize, refocus based on who you are right now, not who you were 6 months ago, 10 years ago. We're going to ask you to sort of think about what sparks joy in this upcoming season, kind of a little bit of a refresh.
And so my wonderful, brilliant wife has come up with, based on Marie Kondo, the 4 mental piles for your health and fitness. And they are keep, toss, donate, and add.
Yeah, so just as you would keep, toss, or donate things in your pantry, in your medicine cabinet, this is your emotional keep, toss, add, declutter for your health and fitness goals.
Yeah, so sort of a mental decluttering. And so you're going to keep the habits that make you feel your best. You're going to toss what no longer serves you. you're going to donate what might help someone else. So think of, food or workout gear or even supportive advice. And then you're going to add what's missing.
Yeah.
Which, maybe you're missing variety. Maybe you're missing flexibility. Add the things that you wish you had in your health and fitness plan.
Exactly. So to Donald's point, I think, again, the season change is a great time to really address the things that aren't serving you. Sometimes we just get so used to doing something a certain way that we forget we have agency in our lives and can switch things up. And I know when I'm starting to feel bored, and I think this has actually been happening to me recently, of like, I take the same walk every morning and I'm so frickin' doodling, like tired of seeing the same street over and over again. I know. I'm ready to go there.
Yeah.
But when you notice that you're getting bored or like you're doing things less frequently, it might not be that you don't like want to do the thing. It's just doing it that way is getting boring. So we're going to ask you to kind of refresh and reconsider how you're doing things. So just as in Marie Kondo, she says like go category by category, room by room, drawer by drawer. And even like in the book, she was like lovingly fold each sock into a perfect like origami swan so that when you open the drawer, you are blessed with 1,000 swans. Like, we don't have to micromanage everything we're doing to spark joy, but like, let's spark some functionality, a little bit of a like switch up of routine to see what works for you. So
if I opened a drawer and there were 1,000 swans inside, I would be terrified.
We're talking origami swans. Okay. So, we're breaking it into 4 categories. Again, food, or your food. I don't know how else to say food. Food, movement, mindset, and then literally kind of the tools that we have around us, clothes, fitness equipment, that kind of thing. So the first category, again, we're going to cover is food. So is the food that you're eating right now fueling you, or is it just like you're kind of going through the motions, you don't really care about it? So again, in the keep category, keep foods that you actually enjoy, that taste good, and that like don't require you to like have a master's degree in fermentation or like churning your own butter. You don't have to pound your own wheat right now if that doesn't fit your schedule.
Yeah, I think we get hung up on making things the, in air quotes, the right way or the perfect way so much that we get bogged down in those details instead of just eating things that are convenient and that we enjoy.
Right. And depending on the literal season of your life, maybe you're at the end of a school season right now and making nutritious, wholesome meals isn't really fitting the plan when you've got tons of activities going on. So again, just keep things that you enjoy, that fit your plan, and that really like align with where you are. Okay. So toss things that you think you should be doing, but you don't actually enjoy it. If you're mid-bite kind of dreading it and chewing it because like, oh, celery is supposed to burn more calories than it would. Like if you're hating what you're eating and you're resenting your plan, don't do it. If you are eating really restrictively and at a super low calorie goal and you keep revenge eating because of it, relax your plan. Don't try, like maybe eat more than you think you should be eating if you're more satisfied.
Yeah.
Donate food that you don't like anymore. Like literally we have a food pantry near us where we can take food, non-perishables that we don't like. Get rid of food, or donate food to your local Buy Nothing group. So many of our groups actually do take food donations of things that no longer serve you. And get rid of that. Like, well, I spent money on it. Like, I don't want to get rid of this giant barrel of, Easter eggs, because I spent all the money on it. If it is not fitting your plan, get rid of it. It is okay. Don't get into that sunk cost fallacy. And then on the other side of the food thing, like, what are you looking forward to this season? It was 100 degrees yesterday, and darn a doodle doodle if I didn't finally enjoy a salad. Like, it has been so cold. The idea of having lots of ice water and like cold vegetables has been terrible. But now that the weather has changed, like, yay salad, yay cucumbers, yay ice water. Like, it is a season in which I can really embrace the foods that I wouldn't embrace in summer. So again, what foods do you want to keep? What do you want to toss? what mindsets or literal foods do you want to donate? And then what would you like to add this summer?
And before we move on, I just want to touch quickly on the toss part and the tossing outdated food rules and guilt-based eating. I think it's really important to get past the idea that some foods are bad or that you're bad if you eat certain foods, and really move past that. So please toss that above all else.
Exactly. Good point.
Okay, so your sort of junk drawer number 2 contains movement. And basically the overarching rule for this drawer when you're trying to organize and clean it out is to ask yourself, is this fun or does it feel like punishment?
Yeah, that's a huge one.
So keep movement that makes you feel happy or makes it feel like a happy investment. Things like gardening, walking your dog, morning lap swimming at the rec center, cycling. For us, it's walking or it's rebounding or it's, being on a treadmill and being able to watch the shows that we like at the same time. Or maybe you're one of those people who actually enjoys going to the gym. And that is something that you want to keep. But toss workouts that you dread, like it's a Monday morning meeting.
Oh my gosh.
Or honestly, for me, I can't stand the Friday afternoon meeting.
Yeah. That should be illegal.
Why are you scheduling? I feel like sometimes people do it on purpose to keep the meeting short because people will want to get out.
See, now my boss would call me at 4:50.
Oh, yeah.
Just to see if I'm still working.
Make sure you're working.
Oh, I had this thing I needed to talk to you about. Really? You don't have it planned on your schedule to jump out of the bushes and just see if I'm still working?
Yeah, exactly. And then donate the fitness equipment, the memberships, or the apps that you've let go of, that you've ghosted. Maybe you bought a Thigh Master or a Shake Weight, or it doesn't even have to be something as old or trendy as that. But maybe you've bought something. Maybe it's even a good thing, but it's just not for you. Maybe you just hate being on that walking pad that you bought, or you can't stand the rebounder. I love those things personally, but maybe you don't. Or maybe you bought some free weights that you're just not going to use, and so you donate them and help find somebody else.
Well, and I know for me, I think over the year I've collected 4 or 5 habit tracking apps. This one's got a little bird that you feed. This one's a Tamagotchi. This one is no nonsense and it's mean.
Yeah.
There are all these apps that I don't use that I just, every time I see it, I'm kind of oh man, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. If you find that you're tripping over something frequently that you're just not using, get rid of it. It feels so much better, just for your brain to not have that clutter of, oh my gosh, why did I waste my time on that? And again, donate the things that aren't serving you. And again, that when you notice that feeling of oh my gosh, okay, here we go. When you hear yourself say that or think that, it's not sparking joy, you guys. So donate it and even put it away. Put it away somewhere where you can't see it and go back to it in another season. Maybe it's a winter thing and not a summer thing. So if it's a seasonal, donate it, put it out of the way. You're fine.
And then maybe it's time to add something that you've been thinking about, something that sparks curiosity. Maybe you've been curious about pickleball. I've been curious about pickleball for a long time, but not curious enough to actually do anything about it.
But I think something like that is everybody's already doing it. I'm the last one to join.
Right.
Almost like talking about this book, 11 years after it came out. We're really on the cutting edge of the KonMari principle, everybody. But that, just go to a pickleball court. Look, see what people are doing. Our local rec center actually has pickleball. I was going to say training. Pickleball, what do they call it? Classes?
Yeah.
I don't know what a class is. But just go to one. Audition a new habit. See if you're actually interested in it. Maybe you'll love it. Maybe you won't. It's not like you're marrying it.
What do they call that thing where you have a teacher and the person teaches you something and then you have to learn? Maybe you've always wanted to try rollerblading, speaking of things that were a trend a while ago. Maybe you're interested in short nature walks and you've been just walking in an urban environment. Maybe, you want to do water aerobics. Maybe because it's getting hot outside,
right,
that you need to move your activities inside. Maybe it's time to, explore that gym membership where they have air conditioning and you can do things inside that you've enjoyed. And they probably have an indoor pickleball court or racquetball or something.
I just want to let y'all know all the sacrifice we're making right now. It was 100 degrees yesterday. It is really hot today also. We're recording without air conditioning.
Yeah, we don't have air conditioning or fans on because it makes too much noise for the microphones.
And I would put 1,000 ice cubes, like 1,000 swans, in my giant 40-ounce tumbler right now. I am ice-free right now, so it doesn't jingle-jangle for our listeners. So we make major sacrifices for quality recording.
Literally putting sweat and tears into this podcast right now.
Exactly. Okay, so the next category is mindset. Are you feeling supported or sabotaged? So keep thoughts, podcasts, books, anything, people that make you feel capable, empowered, and hopeful. And I think a lot of times we follow people, even online, that at a time really suit us or, feel great. But then you find after a while, you're just annoyed every time you hear about them or see them. Stop following people. Toss the inner voice that demands perfection or uses shame as motivation. But again, keep those ones that make you feel empowered. I even made a mix of music that for this season of the world that makes me feel most like myself, with maybe some of the grunge's music, maybe some of the industrials music.
You used to be one of them grunges I heard about in the 90s.
Punkers.
The punkers.
I don't know. I listened to like this weird, it's very nice, but a radio station with our teen. And I realized it's just kind of neutral background music. And I was driving the other day. I was like, she's not in the freaking car. I can listen to the Dead Kennedys if I want to. And I know it's a small thing, but feeling like yourself when you're just kind of stuck in a like carpool routine really makes a difference. So listen to the books and the podcasts and the music that make you feel like yourself. Follow people who inspire you, that don't make. There is actually somebody I'll talk to you later about it, Donald, that I just want to stop following because I'm just so annoyed all the time. And I don't need that negative energy, man. It does not spark joy.
I can't wait for you to share that negative energy with me now.
I think you will agree when you find out who I'm talking. I'm not going to share it right now.
Okay.
So again, donate things that have stopped sparking joy. Books, podcasts, again, habit apps. Just let go of things that are not serving you. But you can also, conversely, share or donate the things that you are enjoying.
Yeah.
Share your playlist, share your workout, share your, the podcast and the books that you're reading.
Share this podcast with other people,
Exactly.
Which also helps us out.
But I think it's really important to surround ourselves with things that lift us up instead of feel like they're tearing us down. I'm just not like the whole yelling at people for fitness or making them feel bad as an empowerment is just not my vibe. So I can't do it. I can't even fake it. But then the final category again is add. What are you missing? Do you need inspiration on parenting or activity or on, your food choices? What are you missing that you can Google find on the internet? I used to Google on Yahoo, but I finally switched over to Google. So now I'm Googling Google instead of on...
You can't Google on Yahoo.
I know. But again, what can you add to your day that you're missing? And also maybe a fresh mental habit is to start this new season with maybe a digital, like you don't use your phone in the morning. Maybe you go sit outside. Maybe you put your phone away at night or, while you're eating so that you can be more present during your day. Maybe just giving yourself some more credit. I know we're basically halfway through the year right now. Maybe you're feeling a little bit defeated because you're not where you wanted to be on your journey venture at this part of the year. I have a birthday barreling down on me again.
Yeah, you do.
We've got our wedding anniversary coming. It's barreling down.
It's barreling down on us both.
It is. It's like a bona fide actual marriage now.
Yeah.
It feels like, I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. But
I'm weirdly forgetting whether this is 27 or 26. This is 27.
It's 27.
Oh my goodness, 27?
I know.
That's like basically 30.
I was going to say, I was watching a show the other day and it was like, oh, it's our 25th anniversary. I was like, 25, haha. Like, that's nothing. Like, I don't know why I've gotten to that point in my life. But anyway, so.
Somebody said they were about to have their 15th wedding anniversary recently. And
that's precious.
I actually thought to myself, oh, you babies in the woods. You don't even know.
Exactly. So what part of your mindset, maybe not ridiculing others on 15 years
Look,
of
I
marriage.
didn't say it out loud. I want credit for not saying it out loud. Well, but not in the moment. I think that counts.
Okay, so what is missing from your mindset? What new skills can you add? What new people can you follow? Education do you need? What would build you up during these summer months? Add it up, everybody.
Okay, so the next drawer to organize is for clothing. And you might say, I actually have drawers that have clothing in them. This isn't like metaphorical. Well, you would be correct.
Well, and it's clothing and maybe tools that you have around you. So fitness gear, that kind of thing. So anything kind of physical in your environment.
So what you want to keep are clothes that you feel good in right now. You're not trying to dress for then. And I think that what I have done and what I think a lot of people do is they still try and squeeze into that shirt or those jeans or whatever that are not the size that they are right now because they are too prideful to buy clothes. But what I find is that just makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad about myself. So toss anything that no longer fits or clothes that make you feel bad about yourself. And if you don't want to toss them, at least put them away in some sort of storage bin. You can donate pieces, this is the third part, that don't fit your life, but could make someone else feel great. Maybe you're just at a point where you're like, okay, for a little while, I fit into this smaller size, but over time, and this has happened to me, over time, I've realized, well, right now, this is the size that really is where I'm going to be and works best for me. And then add items that fit the you of today. It could be a fun swimsuit. It could be new shorts that actually fit perfectly, because it feels so much better to wear clothes that actually fit you than to wear clothes that make you feel uncomfortable.
Well, and I think too, and I will say, going back to one of our earliest episodes, I think I made some crack about like, well, if I gain weight, I'm going to wear a wine barrel to shame myself.
Yeah.
And like when we're in a phase where things are going really well, it can feel like that will last forever. And then when we make promises about like, well, if I have to go up a size, then I'll just stop eating. Like I would be embarrassed to go up a size. We get into this kind of shame spiral and feel like, well, I don't deserve new clothes until I look the way I want to look.
Yeah.
And it feels so much better to have clothing that fits the way we are right now. And sure, like Donald said, we can put clothes away in, a bin or something and keep them for a season when we can fit into them again. I think one thing that really stuck with me was Nicole, our friend of the show, actual friend, lost 80 pounds, but she still keeps a range of clothing because she's like, yeah, in winter it's colder and I might not be as active. And so maybe I'm up a size. In summer, maybe I'm exercising more, I'm outdoors more, and I'm wearing a smaller size. It's okay to have a range that you fit in that makes you feel your best. And I think letting go of that rigidity of I don't deserve a bigger size, or you know what, these are the clothes that I have, and if I can't fit into them, then I just won't go out. Like I used to be like that. Like I would just be like, well, I'm too embarrassed to go out, but it feels so much better. I bought a pair of a skirt. It's like a short and a skirt at the same time. But I
For some reason you have to say it like that.
You do. But it feels so much better to feel comfortable than it does to, well, I'm going to wear something that's too tight to remind myself that I don't deserve like, I don't deserve food. I don't deserve to, to have clothes that fit. I just need to downsize before I can feel comfortable in my clothes. So in a really big sense, that whole clothing thing, especially right now as we're transitioning, because I know a lot of times when clothes are seasonal, we haven't tried them on in 10 months. Like, when was the last time you wore your bathing suit? When was the last time you wore shorts? What about that tank top? Now is the time to investigate whether or not they still fit you. And if they don't, just make those investments of having clothes that fit you, because it feels really demoralizing when you're like, oh, it's the first day I'm going to a picnic and it's hot outside and my clothes don't fit. And then you feel really bad and then you don't go to the picnic. That's actually happened to me. I've done that where I'm too ashamed to buy any other clothes or to find out at the last minute that it doesn't fit. So please invest in workout gear, in clothing that fit the you of today, not the person that you used to be. And that ties back into fitness equipment as well. If things aren't fitting your current lifestyle, just put them away or donate them for the you that you are now. Maybe you used to be a runner and you're not anymore. It's okay. Our seasons change, and adapting to that makes us feel a lot better.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so as we're sort of finishing this up and like thinking about things that spark joy, really think about the season ahead. We're heading into summer. Take that sort of inventory of your life right now. Take the time to notice what is making you feel bad about yourself, what is feeling blah, what is feeling forced, what you're kind of dreading in front of you. Just make note of it and ask yourself if you have the opportunity to put it away, to donate it, or, to look at things differently. And actually ask yourself, what can spark joy in this season? What foods would make me feel my best? What can I simplify that will make it easier to adapt to this season? What movement feels good in this season? What can I put away? What am I missing? Where am I feeling some friction? Again, on that mindset part, take inventory of your thoughts, of the people that you're following, of the group that you're hanging out with. What do you need to add to the season that would make it feel more exciting and invigorated? And then finally, again, on that clothing side, I think I talked about it, ad nauseum. But like, what would make you feel your best right now to invest in yourself? And even though, like I said, the magical tidying up tidy book, I can't remember what it's called, but it's fine. Donald will, like, he's got enough parts of my voice that he can just go back through the 300 episodes and just piece together the actual title of the book.
Edit together the whole thing. Yeah.
Right. So take the parts that are working for you and keep them, and toss the things that are not working for you right now. It doesn't mean that we have to make a plan for the next 20 years. A lot of times we get stuck and think, I've made this investment and I'm going to stick with it forever, even if I hate it. We are not married to anything except for Donald Weigel. And
we are married to Donald Weigel.
We are married to Donald Weigel.
Yeah.
We don't need to think of whatever we've invested in as forever. We have the opportunity each season of our life, or each figurative or literal season, to really address all the different areas, all of the different parts of our life, and see if it fits our current lifestyle, if it fits the season that we're in. And it feels better, especially when we're feeling kind of, low energy or like kind of bland about things, to reinvigorate by investing and really exploring what is missing and what we need added. And I think a lot of times when we don't do that, what we do is just think like, well, I guess I'm just not meant for weight loss. I guess I'm just not meant for working out. I guess that was just a fleeting thought. But when we examine what's in front of us and adapt it for the season that we're in, it can remind us that we have agency in our lives. We can take control, and we can really, own what sparks joy for the people that we are now, not the people that we were 5 years ago or even 6 months ago. So really take some time to think about what is feeling like it's adding to your life, what is feeling blah, get rid of what doesn't work, and do this time and time again. It doesn't have to be once a quarter. It can be every week. What do you need right now that you're missing? Add it. And I know that if we can do it, you can do it too. Keep adding this podcast to your plan too, because we got more exciting content to follow. So stay tuned. Yay us. Spark joy, not Kale. Yay. Okay, goodbye. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely don't spark Kale. That doesn't sound good. As Catherine said, one thing that you can, that sparks joy that you can keep and also add at the same time is this podcast. We have 385 episodes now of this show. The most recent 300 are available on all of the major podcast platforms, wherever you found this one. And you can go all the way back to the first episode on YouTube and on our website at weonlylookthin.com.
Yep, and if you are at our website, click on that link for join our support group. Speaking of sparking joy, everybody, We Only Look Thin Place, Wolt Place is our Facebook-based accountability group. Click on that link for join our support group. We have reinvigorated it recently with some habit challenges that I think are really resonating with people. They're kind of coming out of the woodwork. It's easy to be in a group and just kind of lurk and see what other people are doing. But the challenge that we're doing right now is an accountability habit challenge. Everyone is on their own path, doing their own habits, but we're all supporting one another. The Facebook group is really wonderful. And I also do weekly Zoom meetings for additional coaching, additional presentations, and kind of learning on our health journey ventures. Even if social media is tough for you, the support group is so wonderful and supportive. It's funny. Our daughter sometimes is like, do you need a moderator to kick people out who are negative? Or I was like, no, we're all super nice and chill and supportive. And like, it's just this little oasis on the internet where you can find support and accountability. We have 2 subscription options, a monthly subscription with a 3-day complimentary trial and a 3-month subscription with a 7-day complimentary trial to see if Wolt Place is right for you. And again, those Zoom meetings are really, they are, I would say, invaluable, but like coaching is not inexpensive, and you get weekly coaching with me, all included with the reasonable price of joining Wolt Place. So please check us out. I know it can add to your summer KonMari. It's the opposite of Kale. Do it. It's fun.
Yes, indeed. We are going to get some hate mail from the Kale Lovers Association.
Look, I love Kale. It just has to be done the right. I don't have an hour to massage. Maybe someone else does.
Yeah, that's very true. If you would like to check us out in other ways, you can also find us on the social media. We are on Instagram and Facebook at We Only Look Thin, or you can send us an email if you have episode suggestions. If there are ways that you have used the Marie Kondo's decluttering method in your health and fitness program that we didn't talk about, we would love to hear from you. If you would like to say hello, if you have questions, you can do all of those things to weonlylookthin@gmail.com.
Yep, and if you have a couple of extra minutes, what would really spark joy for us is if you left us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts. Not only does it let us know that what we're doing after all of these years and all of these episodes is still connecting with listeners, but it also helps the Apple algorithms help others find our podcast. And if you want to leave a rating or review on another platform, Spotify, I don't know what other things are out there, Atari, just leave us wherever electricity is, leave us a rating.
Leave us a rating. And I left you so many ratings and reviews on Atari.
But yeah, it really just lets us know that what we're doing is making a difference, and it really sparks joy in our hearts. So.
Absolutely. And another thing you could do that would really help us out would be just to tell somebody about the show. If you know someone who might get something out of our podcast, if you are on an internet group and you give us a shout out, a Facebook group, a Discord server, a subreddit, something like that, and you mention our show, it really does help the show grow, and we would be grateful.
Yep. So if you open your sock drawer and accidentally find 1,000 pieces of kale shaped as origami swans, just remember, I don't know.
Don't know how that would accidentally
I don't
happen.
know. Just remember that Donald and I are
an inspiration. The information that you hear on this podcast is for informational purposes only. The hosts are not medical professionals. You should always consult with your doctor, nurse, or other certified health professional before beginning any diet or fitness program.